Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another reading. This reading is going to be on Nicki Minaj and why she left Young Money. Okay, now I know Wayne sold, some of the masters for Young Money, I believe. So maybe it is gone. Maybe it just doesn't exist anymore. But we're gonna find out today. I did tell you guys a few weeks ago that she's done with Young Money and she's on Republic. And I will have that video in the description box where you can see where I said it. Before we get into the reading, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. This reading is strictly for entertainment purposes only. So let's start off with this. Why did Nicki Minaj leave Young Money Records? Why did Nicki Minaj leave Young Money Records? Okay, so we got the Five of Wands. This talks about disagreements behind the scenes. So there was disagreements that she probably had with Wayne behind the scenes in regards to contracts, in regards to money, okay? So the Emperor card lets me know that it's about contracts, it's about money, because this talks about power. This talks about authority figure. This talks about, when you have power over something, okay? And Wayne, I believe, he's one of the owners of Young Money, okay? We also have the King of Swords. This talks about manipulation, okay? This talks about when you use manipulation tactics. So she felt like she really wasn't getting the help that she needed on Young Money, especially when you're going up against other corporate giants. She feels like they weren't putting in the work. This the energy I'm getting is also something with the contracts, okay? I don't know if it has to do with Young Money, not Young Money, but Lil Wayne selling part of the masters that he sold of Young Money. But it does look like that has something to do with it. Contracts, money, the Emperor card, and the King of Swords. This talks about money, this talks about power, this talks about manipulation. Okay, so she feels like Wayne was being manipulated into selling, okay? She feels like Wayne was being manipulated into selling, okay? Because he only sold it for $100 million. Now, that's a lot, to the average person, but to Nicki Minaj and Drake, $100 million ain't a lot when that's your net worth. So that's probably why they feel like he was being manipulated. Okay, Five of Wands, it talks about conflict, a lot of conflict and disagreements behind the scenes, okay? We also have the Lovers card. This has to do with Kenneth Petty. As I told you guys before, Wayne and Drake don't really care for Kenneth Petty. And, he's going to be around. So the fact of the matter is, since they don't really want him around like that, she's like, you know what? I got to choose my family. I got to choose what I want over what everybody else wants, okay? So that's how she really feels. We also have the Five of Wands. I mean, not the Five of Wands, the Five of Cups, okay? This talks about when you try to gain back control. She feels like she lost control of her career. She's trying to gain back control of her career. She's trying to take charge. So the Five of Cups, that talks about, working alone, but also gaining back control of your career. Okay, she feel like Young Money wasn't really helping her. Now, I mean, they did promote Queen on their Instagram page, but I don't really feel like they really helped her that much, to be quite honest. She might as well just been under Universal Republic before. I just feel like she gave Young Money more clout than they really gave her. I mean, she was Young Money. Her and Drake, Tyga, and Wayne. Them four. So, I'm adding Tyga in there because, he had his moment under Young Money, even though he was the first one to leave. Okay? So, let's see. How does Drake feel about Nicki Minaj not being under Young Money anymore? How does Drake feel about Nicki Minaj not being under Young Money anymore? For whatever reason, he doesn't feel like it was a good move. And didn't Drake leave Young Money? He don't feel like it's a good move. The Hangman. This talks about kind of being stagnant, not being able to move forward. So he feels like Nicki Minaj doesn't fully know what she wants to do. Okay? He feels like she doesn't have a plan. Okay, that's how he feels. He feels like she doesn't really have a plan. She doesn't have her own record label. He has OVO Records. Okay, none of his artists are thriving, but Party Next Door does write for other artists, including Drake, and he did have another artist called Majid that was writing for him. So he do have a few artists under his belt. Okay, we do have the Knight of Swords that talks about fighting for an opportunity. So that's how he feels about Nicki. He feels like she's still fighting the industry basically. Okay, and then the Four of Swords, it talks about stress, it talks about contemplation. So it's almost like he doesn't feel like she has a master plan. She might be a little bit stressed out. She doesn't have a master plan of what she's going to do next after music. And then he feels like he doesn't know if it was a good idea for her to leave Young Money, because Wayne also kind of protected Nicki in the business. Wayne and Ariana Grande. Drake, not really. Okay, Drake protects himself. Okay, but he doesn't feel like it was a good idea. Okay, and then we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. He feels like eventually Nicki's going to be overwhelmed. Okay, and this probably has a lot to do with the next era, because she's going to be on Republic, so things might be different. Okay, he feels like she may feel overwhelmed by everything, especially now that she is a new mom. But he doesn't feel like it was a good idea for her to leave, and he left. So I don't know why he even, thinking that. He should think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea that she left Young Money. I don't really think they helped her like that. I mean, she got free Wayne features and Drake features, but she's gonna get that for the rest of her life. I mean, I don't, it's got to be more to that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. So will Nicki Minaj start her own record label? Will Nicki Minaj start her own record label in the future? Nicki Minaj. Will she start her own record label? Nicki Minaj. Will she start her own record label in the future? It does look like that's her plan. It does look like that's one of the things she wants to do. The Eight of Pentacles, it talks about determination. So it looks like eventually she's going to want to do that. And the energy I'm picking up on, Kenneth Petty will be involved, okay? He might be like an A&R, okay? So we have the Three of Cups. This talks about three as a crowd, working together, collaboration. So it does look like Kenneth Petty will be involved in this. This talks about she's going to have people that she feel like she can trust involved some way, shape, or form. So she might make him an A&R to go to like the hood and find artists, go back to Queens and find some artists for her. And then we have the Five of Swords. You got to be careful. Somebody's going to betray her. Somebody's going to betray her. Starts, I don't want to say stealing. I don't want to have to do that. But it looks like the Five of Swords, it talks about betrayal. You see the girl with the knife in her hand, ready to stab the other girl? Somebody's going to betray her, okay? Now, she's going to have more than one person involved in this label. So it might not be Kenneth, but it's going to be somebody trying to get over on her, okay? And then we have the Nine of Cups. It talks about dissatisfaction, okay? So this talks about when you're dissatisfied, okay? So it does look like eventually she's going to let go of this label. It may not be super long lasting, okay? It's something that she really wants to work on. She tried to work on it before, remember, when she was looking for artists during the Megatron challenge. And then we have the Death card that talks about a new beginning. So eventually she's going to move on to something else. The Death card in reverse talks about a new beginning. So it does look like she wants to start a label. She's going to have people that she trusts involved in the label. But then something's going to go wrong, unfortunately. Okay? It's not going to be what she wanted it to be. Okay, but anything can change, hopefully. I think she needs to get professionals and not just her friends like Fendi and Kenny. I think she needs to get other people that have actually worked at labels. Fendi, he helped her with her career, but I think she needs to grab people from other labels like You know, take a few interns from Universal. Take some people that used to work at Young Money. I think that's a perfect idea. Anyway, this was a quick reading on Nicki Minaj and why she left Young Money. Looks like some contracts that they didn't agree on, some money involvement, probably that deal that Lil Wayne did for $100 million selling, you know, part of the Young Money masters, or maybe all of it, you know, those 2 CDs that they did. If you like this reading, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I hope you have a great day.